Hi, beautiful humans. It is Bridget Aileen Cisco, founder of Exalted Publishing House, podcast host, and sales and messaging strategist for female entrepreneurs. I'm calling this live training and talk today Visibility Mastermind or Book Project. I've really been sitting a lot with the intention and big mission behind the books that are being produced through Exalted Publishing House, the women that are being part of these projects, what they're receiving. And it's becoming more and more clear to me that this is something so much more than books. And I keep talking about it because number one, this is a movement of women's voices, of women who have a story to share and want to bring more awareness to that story, because we are living in very special times right now where we do have the ability to use our voices. We do have the ability to be seen, and we do have powerful messages to share. But we need more eyes on our businesses, our brand, our message, our vision, so that we can reach the masses. And I do believe that the little stepping stones we take on our journey do help us get there. But what I am really getting at, and what I want to share with you all, because I think this is actually a better way of sharing this project and what we're doing here, what I'm inviting all of you in. If you are a female business owner, been in business a couple of years, looking to be seen on bigger stages, looking to get on podcasts, more visibility, and be a published author, is that this is really a visibility mastermind where you are beginning to understand and pull back the curtain of what your core message is in business. I've been doing these interviews with some of my authors for the past couple of weeks, and I mentioned this on a video the other day that many of them are saying that this is an initiation. Many of them are saying they feel more confident to share their message. And the most beautiful thing about the writing process is, number one, it's deeply cathartic. Number two, it's deeply healing. But when we write and when we speak, because we do have weekly calls where we are verbalizing this, things become more clear. Things become more clear because we start to kind of sift through all of the words that are in our mind about how we phrase something, and we're able to step into a place that actually feels really good in how we are describing and how we are sharing our work in the world. So this is why I want us to lean into this as a visibility mastermind, where we are all coming together as powerful female leaders who have a message to share and are looking for more eyes on their business in creative ways. One thing we talked about the other day was moving beyond the confines of just social media. With censorship at an all-time high, you can only say one thing these days. Many of us are feeling that we need to navigate and circumvent some of these structures that are actually holding us back from using our voices. And books are one way of doing that. Podcasts are another way of doing that beyond just social media. And this is really, really important. So yes, we are talking about refining your message, crafting your story. This is an initiation into the next evolution of your purpose. We also have the tangible pieces to this project, or visibility mastermind, as I'm going to be calling it from now on, of learning how to pitch to podcasts. So this will help you get really, really clear on what your topics are. And we do this through something I call the puzzle pieces of existence, right? We take a look at events, circumstances, memories, feelings, emotions, maybe very subtle things that occurred to us in our life, and we start to pull from them. And these little puzzle pieces are actually part of our story and part of our brand story. And when we are going to speak on a podcast, we are able to then share from all of these different angles, bits and pieces of our story. And I always like to remind people that people won't always remember what you're buying, but they're going to remember why you are doing the thing, because people buy from people. This is why podcasts really work well. This is why books work really well, because you get to know someone. This is why videos work really well, because you get to know someone. It can be so deeply impactful. So part of this is learning how to pitch to podcasts, learning how to identify your real story and some of the key puzzle pieces to what you're here to share. In addition, we talk about PR and pitching to the media and what you need in terms of a credit line, a tagline, a brand positioning statement. And this is beyond just social media, and that's the beauty of it, right? Because the biggest thing that many people say to me is, why would I pay to be in your book? There is an investment of $12.97 to be part of this project. And this is why I have to explain and share that this is so much more than just a book, so much more than just a book. This is a supportive container where you are going to be elevated to the next level of your business through yourself. Because when you go to write, when you go to sit with yourself, your thoughts, your journey, so much can come through. And when you are in this space, surrounded by other powerful women who are here doing similar work in the world, who want to uphold your vision as well, magic happens. So I always like to say, what happens if we had a mastermind, a women's circle, and a networking event come together and you end up birthing a baby, which is ultimately our book. This is so much more than just a book. It is an initiation into the next level of your leadership, because to be seen in this way means that some part of you said, I am going to be bold enough to show up and stand up for what I believe in. And we need those voices right now. And remember, there's no right or wrong. It's simply all an experience, and you get to share what that is. So that's why I'm leaning into actually calling this a visibility mastermind, where you become a published author. Because I want you to have all of the tangible strategic skills to position yourself in the marketplace. But most importantly, this is about your message and getting so clear on what your message is to share with humanity. Not just in the book that we create together, but on social media, on podcasts, in the news, on the radio, on TV. And all of these different channels that you're going to begin disseminating your powerful story and your mission. And let's bring it back to the big picture here, because we need more leaders on this planet sharing messages of empowerment, of hope, of deep belief and faith in the people. This is a time where we are bringing the power back to the people. It's not going to change from higher up. We're seeing that in so many situations right now. Let me know if you agree. And it's about coming back to ourselves as sovereign beings and sharing a message that helps this planet. Yes, we do it through the book. Yes, we do it through podcasts. Yes, we do it through social media. Yes, we do it through collaboration and networking and brainstorming how we can bring forth this vision to humanity. But this is so much more than just a book. So much more than just a book. There's never been a more potent time in my lifetime that we need to gather together as leaders and share powerful messages and stories that remind people on this planet that they are worthy, that they are valuable, and that there are ways and experiences to come back to ourselves. The women I work with are not preaching the one way is the only way. It's here is an array, here is a buffet of opportunities available to you at any moment in your lifetime. You get to choose the path. You get to choose the path. And we need more leaders inviting us all into choosing what is right for us and what is good for us and what is the highest intention for us. So I'm here to lead those leaders in producing books, but also being seen on bigger stages and sharing their message and knowing what their message is and feeling confident to actually go forth and put out their message to the world. Because yes, with social media, we literally have a microphone right here, right in front of us. And the question is, what are you here to share? What is meant to come through you? What is meant to come through you? And when we take some time during the writing process on our weekly calls, you start to understand what that message is. And I guarantee it's been there for you all along. And you might just not have noticed it. It's so simple. If being part of really this movement, but also being a published author, if getting on podcasts, if collaborating with other leaders speaks to you, I'm now accepting applications for Lineage Speaks. And it's just going to be another magical project where we come together, we build something, we create something, and we share it with the world. I cannot wait. I appreciate you all for being here. I appreciate you all for taking the time for yourself, especially in these days. It's really important to come back to your inner foundation when the world can feel so chaotic at large. So get visible with me, be a published author, be part of a movement, and join some really, really badass, incredible women on the journey with me. I'll be back tomorrow for another little training like this. And I can't wait to just keep sharing and teaching because that is part of my dharma and it just lights me the F up. Have a beautiful day. See you later.